Hi, I'm Patrick Reed from the Adams Principle. What a week it's been, an absolute blistering week. A lot of reversals on the dollar. Try and call it if you can. You might be in for some pain. So first and foremost, we had the US PMI. Now that was a absolute brutal move, all down to a big beat. But digging a bit deeper, guess what? We're near month end. Could be the answer. But nonetheless, the soft data is looking pretty rosy. That, in the backdrop of increasing COVID-19 cases in the US, is just a bit of a disconnect, a bit of a disjointed feeling in the markets. But all is well because Yellen is now going to be the new Treasury Secretary. Risk loved it. The Dow screaming up to 30,000 and taking risk pairs with it. GSA sort of getting that problem solved from the Trump into the Biden camp with the money. And then who's Donald Trump? I mean, he hasn't been tweeting. There's a skeleton staff. Let's see what his next move is. But let's look at the dollar index because we're at a very key level. Dollar index. Okay, so look, if you see 91, 92, it's an absolute mother of all levels. We're tiptoeing around this. We're flirting with this level. If this breaks, it could get really ugly. And I do see Eurodollar smashing through that 120. Now, just to take you down memory lane, optically said memory lane because Lane from the ECB's council basically started complaining around this level. That said, it was an area some central banks did like to be defending, but that's just on the desk talk. But nonetheless, 91, 92, if this cracks below and stays below, because we have cracked below it, but we bounced back, we snapped back in the summer. If this closes below and remains below by the New York Open on Monday, or even London Open, it could get really ugly for dollar bulls. So there's a lot of clear water all the way down to 88.25. That's right, you heard it here first. Next slide, Eurodollar. Now this near-term resistance at 119.15, not a bad little Fibonacci there, but here's the daily. The big one, obviously, is the 120 figure. Downside, this 118 is really, the mid-Bollinger Band. It's a lot of buyers turned up there and defended it, and we're trying our best to crack above this trend channel, which is coming in at 118.98. We're still not decided on that, but like I say, there's a lot of flows coming in a little bit early this month through, Thanksgiving in the US. So just be careful, be aware. Next slide. Aussie dollar obviously having a lot of love from equities, 10-year yields, helping as well. Just a very, very much sense of, Yellen has got the risk back, with that economic hat, not the political one. So I just think this QE maybe not priced in for December in the US, but it's certainly thawed a lot of Mnuchin J. Powell ice. So let's just see what happens with Aussie. But it's yours to buy all the way down to 72. That is a massive level. The next slide and the final one is dollar CAD. This just goes to show you, this 130.48, not a bad level, but we spiked all the way up and then all the way down. So we're just, this is really a passenger of flows in both dollar buying and dollar selling. That's it from me. My name's Patrick Reed. Have a lovely weekend and we'll see you next week.